Hi, good morning, YouTube, or good afternoon, whatever. Hello, depending on whatever time of day you're watching this. So, patch notes for season one have dropped. Season one patch will officially drop tomorrow, January 20th. Today is the 19th. Yeah, so let's go over the patch notes and see what's happening for 2XKO. Now, I know um, the ones that Yohozi released a little while ago, like the early patch notes, they kind of gave a little bit. They showed some stuff. I'm not too happy about like the Ari change, and that's not just because I play Ari. I think it kind of takes away from her. Like she's supposed to be strong in the air, so taking away her air mobility is not the right choice in my opinion. I also think that they didn't target the right thing. Like her held level one is what really makes her strong, and they should have targeted that. But we'll see if they did in this. It's like that's just off of what Yohozi said. We'll see what they actually did because they did say that wasn't the full patch note, or those weren't the full patch notes. So let's go over and see what's happening. So Caitlyn is dropping season one, blah blah blah. Okay, buffs. This guy did not need a buff at all, Darius. They basically made it so that Darius has a 50-50 before he puts you in a 50-50. Jinx, the change is okay, I guess. Vi is going to be kind of insane from like the Yohozi patch. This is just going over the stuff. They said Braum and Blitz are getting some patches too. Nerfs, yeah, the Four Horsemen, an adjustment to Alawi. Okay, I guess, sure. I think Blitz's buffs are gonna make him kind of nasty. New champion Caitlyn, yes, she looks cool. I can't wait to try her out tomorrow. It's gonna be a little bit later in the day because I have class tomorrow. But yeah, sorry, I muted the mic because I had to cough. But yeah, Teemo is gonna get some pretty heavy nerfs, which are good. Ari's changes, kind of whatever. Like I said, I don't agree with the one that I saw, but we'll see if there's actually good changes to her. Yasuo Echo, they're basically untouched. They're still going to be running rampant, dominating the game. It's not enough. All right, the gameplay trailer, we watched this earlier. We're adding new champion in the roster. Started season one. Caitlyn, Sheriff Piltover, ready to lay down with her hex tech powered rifle. Use her traps to deadly aim. Okay, blah blah blah. This doesn't matter. Season match launch trailer. They released this earlier today. You guys can watch it on the 2XKO official thing. I'm not gonna play it. I don't want to take like their content from them. You guys can watch that. All right. What's up, cat? The cat's over here. Uh, right. 2XKO officially live season or on console season one. Shh. No. Shh. Okay. The PlayStation and Xbox. Yeah. Trophies have been added to PlayStation. Will I be able to get Yes, they're bringing everything from early access over. Crossplay is enabled. Yeah. Okay, the patch champion recruitment event. Okay, so yes, they're gonna have special events. So you can't just like buy the character with credits immediately. You have to play through the event. Of course, if you have champion tokens, you can just get the champion with that directly. So if you bought like the arcane bundle with like the 8 champion tokens, you didn't use them all. If you're like me, you have a champion token you haven't used yet, you can use that. No, that's yeah. Ranked rewards. Star Season 1, everyone who completed ranked plays in Season 0 will receive a sticker and a title play. So I'm going to get the Grandmaster one because I made it to Grandmaster. New missions. Tutorials will be added. 2 new expert combo trials for each champion. Okay. System changes. Few weeks to cut back on balance. Didn't. We're going to make Okay. We spent the last few weeks trying to cut back on bugs and balancing some interactions that didn't have good or any counterplay. No, they didn't. They're still leaving Yasuo and Echo relatively untouched. And we're going to keep working on bugs as we go. I hope they get rid of the Yasuo bug that allows him to combo uh, his S1 super into his S2 super. That shouldn't be a thing. They need to get rid of Warwick's infinite loop bug. And they need, well, it's not really like an infinite loop, but basically in Bloodlust, he has like a state where you have like infinite hit stun. So you can just combo into another thing and kind of loop something. It's not really infinite because it's only in Bloodlust, so when his Bloodlust run out, but it's still a lot of damage that he's not supposed to have. They also need to fix his hitbox bugs. He still drops out of combos, especially against Ari. He like his happy birth, like you catch him in happy birthday, he drops out. It's insane. This cat is annoying. Give me a second. I'm gonna let him out. Nah, stop. Go. Come on. I'll leave that unedited out. That doesn't matter. But yeah, the Warwick hitbox bug is or hurtbox bug is really annoying. Just because it's really hard to combo him sometimes with some characters, and he falls out of happy birthdays. Excuse me. But yeah. Yeah, working on bug fixes. More system changes that are on the way with the next champion launch. We'll have a better picture of what will fall in the patch soon. So right now, adjustments going 1.1 will push them. One of the things I saw, so in the season 1 launch trailer, you can go into training mode from ranked and kind of just wait there, which is something people have been asking for a long time. It's good that they have it. They initially didn't put it because they said matches won't take too long, so there's no need to go into training mode. That proved not to be true, not only because sometimes matches did take a long time to find, but also it's always good into training mode. The purpose of going into training mode from ranked, it's not just to have something to do while waiting for matches, but also if something happens in a match that you played and you don't know how to deal with it, you can use that time in training mode while waiting for your next queue to lab it out and kind of see what happens to that. You can see how to beat it and stuff. So there's a lot of benefit to having training mode in ranked queue. Yeah, okay, so core gameplay. Projectile rules. We're changing projectiles in a few ways to lower their overall power and make the outcomes clear. Projectiles often led to no-win situations for the defender. Either hit the champion and get hit by the projectile, or the projectile and eat a mix-up. We're clearing this interaction to have clearer outcomes. Getting hit by a projectile and a mix-up, that's kind of normal, so I don't know why they're trying to remove that. But definitely hitting a champion and the projectile still hitting you should be removed. That's not something that should ever be in a game. Like, logically, it makes sense, another character shooting, but for gameplay balance, it shouldn't be a thing. I can tell you I've definitely abused it a couple times where my Jinx Rocket comes out even though my character got hit and it saves me, but it definitely shouldn't be a thing. If you get the hit, you should be rewarded. But taking a mix-up because of a projectile on block is definitely not something that should be removed, in my opinion. The projectile is there to set up the pressure for the mix-up. You're setting it up. You put in the work. You made the interaction. You made the correct decision, and you should definitely. They blocked it. You should be put into a mix-up situation. So I don't know why they're gonna try. Like, I don't know if they're gonna remove it, but I hope that they don't. I think that they should make it a little bit. I think they should be careful how they touch that particular aspect. Yeah. Okay. Projectiles now disappear under these conditions. When the champion that fired the projectile is hit by an attack, that's totally fine. When the point champion is hit, yes. When a throw tech occurs, okay, that's fine. Yeah. Basically, interactions that happen with the point champion that aren't on block. The following moves are not impacted by the change. Are all ultimates. Jinx, Chew Bang Pew Pew Boom. So S1 Super and Zap S. Zap and ST Super. I'm not sure what. I don't remember the names of the moves. I know. Oh, the Fireworks Super and then the Beam Super, right? Okay. Glacial Fissure. So the big thing where Braum goes, he does a slam and like the wave of stuff flies over, and then Unbreakable Glacial Fissure. So down ST. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, so the Poro doesn't. The tag launcher. He has a projectile for his tag launcher. What? Okay, I did not know that. Okay, super assist. Oh, his assist, not tag launcher. His assist. The super assist. I was like, wait, what? Yeah. Okay, super assist. Yeah, super assist is fine. Not a surprise. This too. This is the mushroom super. I believe. All tentacle attacks. What? 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 Okay, I think this one I disagree with heavily. getting rid of the tentacles was one, or hitting Alawi to get rid of tentacles was one of like the counter plays. At least the super version, like hitting her or throwing her to get rid of it, was one of the ways to counter it. So I disagree with all tentacle attacks. Now, if it's just the regular ones to keep the tentacle on the field, that's fine, I guess. But if it really is all, and that means that her super that they do when they set you up in the corner, and then you have to deal with like that Oki. If hitting her does not, if hitting her or hitting the point champion doesn't get rid of it, then that's going to be insanely strong. That's going to be kind of ridiculous to deal with, and she's already kind of tough to deal with. And having, if it really doesn't get rid of it from that situation, then it's definitely going to be a lot worse for people on defense. Okay. Projectile attacks that are chargeable now fire automatically when performing a handshake tag. So think of holding the Teemo slingshot. You can also hold Jinx rocket. So that kind of stuff will... You can no longer hold them and tag and keep that pressure. So you can't have slingshot go. You can't like have Teemo sitting in the back throwing a slingshot while you do your point character to go in and do like some kind of mix-up. Where if the mix-up fails, the slingshot covers you and you're safe. So now they will fire immediately, so you have to be a little more careful about that. You're gonna have to change your timings for your mix-ups and your pressure and stuff, so that you can actually take advantage of that. Or you're just gonna have to deal with the fact that you no longer have that safety cushion, and you're gonna have to be a little more careful about how you approach and do things. Okay. Hitting a champion during recovery frames of firing mid-air projectile will now cause an interrupt. Interrupts result in more damage. So it's a counter hit. So if Teemo shoots the slingshot in the air and you like parry the slingshot or dodge it, and then you hit him while he's falling down because of the recovery, that's a counter hit. You get more damage, you get more hit, so you get better combos from counter hit combos, and you get more break meter. Cool. If assist fires multiple projectiles, hitting the point champion will prevent more projectiles from firing. Think. Okay, so super assist for Jinx. So when she shoots the big flurry of rockets, that's not really gonna affect too much because it's really difficult for Jinx to get hit when she throws that out. But sure, Teemo's dart assist, sure. Ahri's Foxfire rain assist. Oh, so when she does the her back assist, so Teemo's darts and Ahri's back assist, sure, that's fine. I think that's totally fine for them to go away if they get hit. That's totally fine. Backdash and forward dash adjustment. We redistributed our movement on our fastest backdashes, so now they have to travel backwards evenly across backdash. Previously, champions moved much faster at the start of their backdash than at the end of the backdash. This slows down backwards chain dashing while keeping the distance traveled relatively similar. Slowed backdash, faster champion Ahri, Echo, Warwick, Yasuo. Movement has been... They already nerfed Yasuo's backdash and they're nerfing it again. Good. Movement has been distributed more evenly across the dash animation. Sped up forward dash chances for Blitzcrank abrupt. Okay, making them a little bit faster so they can get in. Universal lights. 8 frame jabs are too slow to compete against our faster champions, so the slowest in our game will now be startup frames of 7. That's fine. Alawi, Braum, Darius, and Blitzcrank. Yeah, so 8 frame jabs really sucked. I didn't use any characters that had an 8 frame jab, but I can understand why. I don't think Darius needs anything. We all know how much I hate this champion, but yeah, I hate this champion. So anytime he gets anything that buffs him, I'm mad about it. You can call it skillish or whatever. I think the champion's dumb, but it is whatever. Okay. Hitting an assist wasn't punishing enough. Running away and calling assists is a powerful neutral strategy, so we're adding counterplay to make bad assist calls riskier. Yes, good. Hitting an assist now causes 4-second cooldown. So your normal assist cooldown with whatever fuse you're using, if the assist gets hit, add 4 seconds to that. So it's like usually what, like 6 seconds or something. I can't remember the cooldown, but it's gonna be longer. So if you throw out your assist gets hit, you made a bad call, you got punished for it. Good. When an assist is parried, they now lose collision. That means that you no longer get to use them as a meat shield, and they can, if I hit your assist and I'm chasing you down, like if you throw out something to run away with Teemo and I'm chasing down your Teemo, I hit your assist, Your assist no longer blocks me, and I can continue chasing down Teemo. It won't mess up my combos. So yeah, for this coupled with the previous full screen adjustment, allow you to more consistently punish your opponent when you parry the assist. Good. Assist UI appears faster when performing an assist. On average, this happens 5. Okay, cool. Dead champions should ruin less happy birthdays. Dead champions often contribute to happy birthdays dropping and unintended timing. Now they will disappear as soon as they're hit. No more spoiling the party. Excellent. Good. I didn't happen to me a lot, but the few times where I did get I hit the assist and the point champion, and the assist was already dead. All of a sudden, I'm just hitting the assist and not the point champion. They would just drop out, and then I get punished. Really annoying. Activating break will now put your assist on 2-second cooldown. You'll have a small window to handshake tag while your assist is on the screen before the cooldown starts. Previously, this only applied to using freestyle fuse. Okay, I mean, that's fine, I guess. I typically, like, if I'm doing it, I'll be like, I'll tag Ahri, down S1, tag Jinx, or break, shoot rocket, tag Ahri, so follow the rocket. It's fine. Juggernaut fuse. Base health increased. Juggernaut fuse maximum health bonus has been increased by 10% and now has 120 base. Or it was 120%, now it's 130%. Break meter gain per blocked hit has been increased for the Juggernaut player. Break meter gain increased by 0.1 per unblocked. Eject power increased. I don't know. Okay. The Juggernaut player has recoverable health. A successful eject will now heal 50% more health and recover. Used to recover 50% health, now recovers 100. Okay. It gains break meter on successful clean hit. Advantage has been increased. Can now pass through an opponent in the corner. Okay. Level 1 supers can no longer be carry cancelled into level 3 supers. I didn't even know you could do that. That seems like something cool that they took away, but I mean, it is what it's like. It's not like it's gonna make Juggernaut the best fuse if you keep this in. It is whatever, I guess, but that's pretty funny. Training mode. Guard action settings when set to push block. Push block timing for bot now counts for hit stop. You can now lab real world push block scenarios. Bot position setting. When set to crouch, bots will now perform a retreating guard reversal action. Okay. So they can crouch but still perform the retreating guard. Okay. Bug fixes. Fix various input bugs that resulted in neutral jump instead of forward jump. I didn't have this, but I heard that some people did, so cool. Fix the bug where players couldn't go back after locking in their champions while their opponents had control menu open in local versus. I've never played offlines, so I didn't know that was a thing either. Fix the bug that reverted some core gameplay adjustments when launching the game. In offline mode. Again, I've never launched in offline mode, so I don't know. Fix the bug that occasionally cause champions to jump in the wrong direction while turning around. Cool. Fix the bug that cause champions to jump in the wrong direction after being hit by break in very specific circumstances. Fix the bug where champions were able to perform a push assist into an assist while 2x assist fuse. I didn't know that was a thing, but that sounds really strong, and I'm glad they got rid of that. Fix the bug where an assist with a sweep at hit stun will cause the assist to fall indefinitely. Cool, I guess. I mean, yeah, bug fixes are good regardless. Point champions will no longer warp to unexpected locations after limit strike wall bounce while their assist champion is on screen. Oh, this was the weird thing where like the wall bounce was super inconsistent if you like baited the. Oh wait, hold on. No, that's not what I'm thinking about. I guess like if you did the limit strike wall bounce, they would go to random directions. I don't know, but double down fuse. Fix the bug that would occasionally cause double down to not activate. I've had this. This was annoying. I'd be like, "Where's my super?" Sidekick fuse. You can no longer perform 2 supers for the cost of 1. Yeah, get rid of that. That's. I mean, it's not gonna make Sidekick better, but that's really, really strong. A variety of training mode bugs were fixed. Okay, which ones? Across all bot settings, setting a bot to random no longer performs the same action when loading Save state. Ultimates can no longer mess up counter hit settings for the bots. Fix the bug to prevent bots from being interrupted while performing wake up reversals. Fix the bug where Tag Launcher didn't display the active frames in the frame bar when hitting an opponent. Fix the bug where bot reversal actions after block didn't work correctly. Fix the bug where setting a bot's counter hit setting to always would stop working correctly after. Okay, cool. Didn't know those were a thing. But yeah. Alright, champion adjustments. This is what we're looking for. Let's see how badly or how great they did with the patch. Like I said, I'm not too happy with the Ahri patch that we saw from Yohozi, but there could be more. It could be better. But still, I'm not happy about that patch at all. The only people who are mad about it, or who are not mad about it, are honestly the Yasuo players, realistically. Because Yasuo players all have like a hate boner for Ahri, but it is what it is. Meanwhile, everybody hates Yasuo. Okay. So we're gonna look through them. We'll start with Ahri because she's number 1 on the list. I guess there's an alphabetical order. All right, Ahri, a strong performer in the meta. This patch primarily taking hit her aerial, grounded, runaway. No longer refresh. Yeah, okay. So the air fireball no longer refreshes the air dash. Her backdash is slowed. Yeah, okay. Incredibly stupid change, unnecessary change. This is not what you should have touched for Ahri. Now has a custom hurt box. Okay, this is the universal changes. That's fine. Yeah, okay. These are universal changes. Yeah, whatever. It's fine. But this was a stupid change. I disagree with it wholeheartedly. It's attacking the identity of the character as being strong in the air, which was like her whole thing. Ahri doesn't have very good or strong mix-ups on the ground. It's her air approach that makes her strong. So attacking her air mobility is essentially taking away what makes the character the character. I very heavily disagree with this. So that's stupid. 1 buff. Her assist is no longer considered an aerial attack and can no longer be anti-aired. Ooh. You know what it should do? It should go through opponents just like every other rushdown character, regardless of if they block it or not. That's what it should do. Especially if you're going to take away her air movement, then it should 100% do this. Alright, backdash speed decreased, whatever. M range, slightly decreased. These changes are stupid. I hate these. This is the worst change they made to Ahri. I understand nerfing the character and the character is strong, but again, this is not what made her strong. This is just absolutely horrible change. Absolutely horrible change. Whoever did this, I don't know. They're listening to the Yasuo players too much. They're listening to Cloud too much. Because Cloud always complaining about Ahri. But even Cloud agreed with me on what the change actually should be, which is targeting her held S1 super. Not this. This was not what's needed. You encourage more thoughtful decision runway patterns without a get out of jail free card. No, it doesn't. All this change does is make it so that you take away Ahri's identity as an air character. That's all it does. Bounce, airborne at frame 10, previously considered airborne at frame 1, which unexpected air hit reactions. I don't understand how this is a nerf. This seems like a buff, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I guess. No. Like what? You can grab her but while she's doing it? I don't know. Okay, so Super Spirit Rush to hurt box has been increased. So now she can get hit out of it even easier. Great. Again, this nerf whatever to the range of 5M. So whatever, I guess they already nerfed it, and 2M is still the longer range button anyway, so you should be using that. But this change is just dumb. I'm not gonna take back what I said about this. This change is stupid. It doesn't target what makes Ahri strong. It just targets the crybabies. That's all it does. It is what it is. Okay, upward Spirit Rush. So yeah, hit stun has been increased by 2 frames. It's 36, now it's 38. It now has more hit stun scaling applied in combos. Okay, so her combos now against War This increase in hit stun allows it to combo against Warwick more easily in Ari's core combos. In exchange, we're applying more hit stun scaling. Combos will launch have a similar combos after that. Will launch have a similar hit stun. So they're helping her combo Warwick, but they're adding more scaling, so they make her combos worse. Fix the bug where Ari was able to recover quick from break if she used it well in Spirit Rush. Any direction plus S2. Force Spirit consistently passes through Warwick on hit. Okay, so at least they're fixing the Warwick problem. Kind of. We'll see how it actually works tomorrow. But definitely, like I said, this was the terrible change on Ari. That's all I gotta say. This change sucks on Ari. Everything else I'm kind of fine with. It's whatever. But this change was stupid. Basically only Yasuo players were complaining about this because Yasuo players hate Ari because everybody hates their character. But it is what it is. Okay, Blitzcrank. Blitzcrank is not quite strong enough to compete at the top levels of play. We're making updates of the normals and hurt boxes to let them scrap up in neutral. Previously, Blitzcrank hurt boxes grew in size significantly whenever they went for an attack. This meant that Blitzcrank often would be punished for pressing buttons, which made blocking and assist call their primary way to play neutral. To help Blitzcrank throw out more limbs, we've removed many of their extended hurt boxes and made them faster and improved their ground normals. Okay, so from H7, yeah, increase forward movement, hurt box improvement, so hurt box's hands have been removed for most ground attacks. Okay. Consistency improvements, first hit of down M, hitbox now slightly taller. Yeah, I've seen this completely drop on them, so this is fine. First hit of down M, increased by 3 frame. Okay, sure. Airborne down light will now combo into down medium consistently. And the first hitbox down M will now combo into heavy more consistently. Sure. Previous tuning was difficult. Pressure with lows. Would block string consistently against airborne opponent. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Making his hitboxes more consistent, that's really good. I've seen I don't like fighting Blitzcrank because I get scared of like the strike throw mix if he gets in, but making his stuff more consistent, I'm all for that. Combos should work the way they are intended. Yeah, okay. Blitzcrank is now pushed far less back after performing Wrecking Ball on ground opponents in the corner. Alright, cool. So now he can stay in where he wants to be. That's fine. Buffs. For a grappler, Blitzcrank had weak standing normals. We're improving his standing normals to improve his neutral. Okay, larger medium hitbox, faster heavy hitbox, pressure strength, health burst can improve conversion. So this combined with like his Kara cancel throw should make him a lot scarier to deal with when he's up close. That's fine. While running heavy. So that's the thing where he does his butt slam. Cool. It goes over lows. Alright, cool. Back heavy improvements. Hitbox now hits farther behind Blitzcrank. I don't know what this button is. I don't remember what it looks like. But sure. Hit stun in the air has increased from 5 frames to 27. Now it's 32. Ground hit now increased for 2 frames, and now it's 30 frames. Now it's 32 frames. Launch height and airborne points. Okay. I don't know what this. I don't know what the back heavy looks like, but I guess sure. As long as he's not broken, these are fine. Was not incredibly useful button. Expect this to be used often. I see why I don't know what this move even say. It wasn't that useful, so people didn't use it that much. Okay. Down S1. Active frames have been increased from 4 to match the animation better. Spinning turbine. That's the thing where you can Kara cancel this. I think. Yeah. Garbage collection. So the command grab now generates 25 hits on. Right? Is that the command grab? Down S2? At full steam? Or if not at full steam, it generates steam. Okay. Garbage collection is underused to mid air purifier. We're adding steam generation. Is the down S when his where he gains the steam? Is that what it is? Mid-air or remove mid-air and from Blitzcrank's pulse combos to improve consistency. I didn't know that it could drop, but alright. Fix an issue where rocket grab follows sometimes fail without hitting multiple when hitting multiple champions. Blitzcrank no longer has a hurtbox on the extended arm while performing seamed rocket grab. Okay. Fix the bug where Blitzcrank moves weren't progressing the precisely champion mastery challenge correct. Okay, I didn't know that was a thing, but good to know. Consistency always a good thing. Braum. Taking a big swing to Braum's kit to improve his general feel. His shield now has more consistently shields his teammates through various bug fixes. And Stand Behind Me assist has a new animation that lasts significantly longer. Great, so now Light Wisp's defense is gonna be even stronger. And I say that because his defense is literally Braum shield plus button mashing. If you don't believe me, watch him play and count how long he actually blocks versus how much he uses the Braum assist. To help improve Braum's offense, or making one big change to Braum's kit, he no longer loses Unbreakable when moving. Okay, yeah, so if he does the S2 Super, he gets Unbreakable, and as it is right now, he loses it if he spends it. But now he gets to keep it, which is fine. It actually gives you more options to use, because you'd have to choose whether you wanted to give up the Unbreakable to get the damage, or you wanted to do something else to keep Unbreakable. More often than not, it was better to just keep the Unbreakable, but now you don't have to choose. You can keep the Unbreakable while getting the damage, because sometimes during the Braum combos, the S2 Super was the one that you needed to do, and the S1 Super is not what connected, so this is really good. Improve his performance, a combination of various improvements, such as the faster light. Yeah. Startup on light was increased, movement speed increased. Yeah, no longer was Unbreakable, proves him wasn't worth the additional damage. Yeah, I said you would more often than not you want to keep Unbreakable versus spending it. So yeah, Stand Behind Me assist got buffed. Sure. Consistently improved by Braum. Now faces the opponent when performing. It's easy. See, down heavy. Okay, so when he does the push up to the shield, his anti-air. CDC often whiffed, so we're having Braum turn around when he connects with the good. Iceborne Smash. His box is now bigger. Okay. Unbreakable no longer drops on happy birthdays. Cool. That was the one where he slams you, and then the ice like brings you back to him so you can continue the combo. Charge Battering Ram no longer has projectile destruction dead zone between charges and release attack. Now it makes Braum's head and arm immune to projectiles during the attack. Okay, cool. That's scary for me, but good for Braum. Medium hitbox is improved. The lower part of the mid-air now in opponents closer to Braum. 6H. And then doing it again. Hurt boxes have been reduced, so he's even harder to hit when he does it. It's easy, see? Okay, yeah, the improvement to his anti-air. Revolving door damage is increased from 10 to 60, now 70. Yikes. Revolving door one more. Increased by 5, so 65 is now 70. So now he does 140 damage off of that. Yikes. Okay. Shattering Inspire down S2. Damage has been increased by 5, so 145, so it's now 150. Ooh, Braum's gonna hit hard. Standing recovery has been increased by 2 frames. So they reduced the startup by 1 frame, but they increased recovery by 2. Recovery has been decreased. I read that wrong. Oh my god. It's early. Decreased by 2 frames. Okay, good. I was like, yo, that's terrible. Down light decreased by 2 frames. Medium and down medium headstun have been increased by 2 frames on the ground opponents. It's 20, now it's 22. That should make it a little bit easier to get your combos. That's good. Both 2M, 5M now combo into 6H on grounded opponents. Good. The little kick thing that Braum players use to catch retreating guard. The most fake minus frames in the game. It now travels farther on first hit and less far on the second hit. Good. Because it had consistency issues where it would like whiff, but that's fine. But yeah, these are the most fake minus frames, because even though this move is minus, you still can't punish him for it. Like, it's so hard. Overall distance travel the same, but yeah, okay. They're fixing the consistency of it, that's good. Poros have projectile durability. Poros now remove most standard projectiles like Echo's Timewinder and Jinx rockets. Sweet. Fight Mighty One. Her box grows bigger and hits farther inside Braum. Help catch. Oh, this is the command grab, right? Yeah. Great swing. Wow. Oh, okay. So this is what they did to kind of like limit strike you. Yeah. Okay. The big swing when he falls down. Yeah. Okay. Iceborne Smash. So yeah, while it not an unbreakable, will not cause tumble reaction and ground opponents matching its behavior while unbreakable. Okay, yeah, so they're making it more consistent with the the limit strike combos, which is cool. Aimless Smash recovery has been decreased by 2 frames. Braum can now continue pressure after hitting a grounded opponent with 2S2 and is slightly more advantage when performing 2S2 unblock. Cool. No longer pushes Braum backwards, so the Poro Toss, the shield have the same exit behavior when handshake tagging. Okay. Assist inside Braum's shield. Now, more consistently be defended against the opponent's attacks. Fixed Braum's weird neck during his intro. What? Alright. In Braum's command list, the heart of the Freyord. S2 super description says it removes Unbreakable, but it does not. Oh, so they didn't change this, but it doesn't, so they know that they didn't patch that out. That's just a text change. They could have done that easily. I don't know why they didn't. Caitlyn, the new character. Caitlyn is our new champion. Good luck mastering her. Mastering her headshot mechanic. Cool. Sure. Darius. This character is terrible. I hate this character. This character sucks. So here's the worst change they made. They made it so that his apprehend, which was like his parryable move. This is like the move that Darius does. So now he can hold it. If he chooses to hold it, then he can bait the parry, and then he's plus on block. If he can bait the parry, which means that you don't you can bait the parry, which means that you won't get punished for it. And then if you choose to block it instead, like you choose to just not guess on the parry, then he's plus on block. But if he chooses to not charge it, then he gets his follow-ups. So he doesn't get the follow-ups on a charge, but he does if he doesn't charge it. So now you're put in a 50-50, and then if you get hit by the apprehend, the uncharged one, you're in another 50-50. So it's a 50-50 before a 50-50. That's they're doing it to help Darius players, but Darius players don't need help. The only help they need to do is go to school and learn how to use their brain. Yeah. I'm moving. Okay. To improve apprehend, we're making it chargeable. We're also improving his neutral by reducing the startup recovery and cooldown of the. That's his projectile. Okay. They don't really use this in neutral, and I don't think it needed improvement. It was a combo tool, but whatever. And it clashed with other projectiles. So like, if you did use it in neutral, that was what it was for. You used it to challenge projectiles. But most of the time, they just jump and swing heavy like the monkeys that they are. Alright, startup. Yeah, okay, whatever. Neutral improvements. Yeah, the projectile, it's better. So they made it faster. Increased the hit stun. The launch arc has been adjusted. Heavy hurt box has been decreased. Why? He's already hard enough to hit when he's playing at like his range. Light improved. Yeah, okay. Apprehend, change, whatever. S2 now causes the opponent to fall slightly lower. Break the line thin there. Ranks S2, yeah. Apprehend knockdown duration has been increased when hitting a grounded opponent. This behavior now matches the aerial version. Why? 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 This is a long video, sheesh, but patch knows. Okay. Darius isn't lacking in damage. He sure as hell is not. So we're being gentle in our buffs here. We're adding additional benefits. S1M, unlocking opponents, and generally improving his damage on S1 follow-ups. So they're increasing damage. increasing damage, increasing meter gain, increasing more damage, increasing meter gain. Chip damage to bleeding opponents has been decreased by 5 damage. But they just said that they're increasing it. What? So they're increasing it, but they're decreasing it. So they're decreasing the chip damage, but increasing the actual hit. Okay. Wasn't destroying projectiles? Why would that destroy projectiles? What the hell? No. Someone's a big Darius simp. Someone likes racist champions at Riot. Echo. Alright, so Echo's change from Yohosi's post was basically nothing. So let's see if he got more changes than that. Echo continues to be a monster in the meta. To reduce the power of his offense, we're drawing the line. We're drawing a line in the sand. Echo can no longer cancel a failed throw into replay after image. Oh no, they took away one of his setups. Now you just have to use the stronger setup. Boo-hoo. Heel tap. Airslines have increased by 2 frames. It's 13, now it's 15. Okay. Pushes opponents less far. Step up. Running heavy. Increments combo scaling by 1 instead of 3. Okay. So less scaling on it means that it's better for combos. Not that you would use that move often, really. Yeah, okay. So you can't rewind after a failed throw. So they got rid of burrito, but you can still do kebab. Medium range has been decreased. Down, flip it down for medium. Oh, his overhead hitstun has been decreased on interrupt. Now can only combo into light on interrupt. I see. So if he counter hits you, he can only do light. He can't go into medium anymore. That's good. First hit of Mega Time Winder now causes damage scaling. This will reduce Echo's overall damage on straight hits. Sure. Attack 97. So the ultimate, the level 3. Block stun has been decreased by 6 frames, and now it's 22 frames. It's not 28. Wait, what? Decreased by 6 frames. And now it's minus 28. Isn't that an increase? Oh, that's an increase to recovery. Oops, my bad. Push black on block against mid-air opponents has been decreased. This move is difficult to punish on air. It's not easier. Good. Chrono Break. Volatile. So if you hold the S2s, right? Chrono Break meter gain has been decreased by 2. It's 10 is now 8. Remove Echo's M from Echo's L pulse combo to improve consistency. Share. Mega Time Winder can use traveling when parried. This bug can cause Echo to dash in the wrong direction when his Tangle Timeline Esther Super install dissipated while crossing enemy. Beginner combo trial 7 now displays the correct inputs. Alright. Cool. So they didn't really do too much to Echo. Yeah, okay. Alawi. Alawi wasn't being... So before I read this, the Yohozi patch says that they're decreasing damage on the mediums and increasing damage on the heavies to kind of reward the heavies more. Because her mediums are already really strong. They don't need to have as much damage, I guess. But, yeah. Alawi wasn't being rewarded for combo routes to encourage more routing decisions. We're lowering the damage on Alawi's mediums and improving the damage on forward S1, just frame, and charge head. Oh, cool. Okay, so not just the heavies, but the startup and zero. Yep, okay. Second hit of her charge down heavy is improved, so it combos off the first. So it always combos off the first hit of the charge. Okay. Tidal swing down S1 stops the interrupt, or hit stop on interrupt has been increased. So sure. Now causes soft launch flip on interrupt. Tentacles no longer use hit stop when accounting for spawn timings. Tentacles will now spawn at consistent timings when handshake tagging or when hit stop is otherwise interrupted. Cool. This was the most common when performing guiding hand, forward tag into handshake tag. Okay, cool. Tentacle behavior updates, faith in motion, mid-air, block stun, and tentacle spawn. Timings have been adjusted to account. Okay, so the true block string now. Got it. Okay. Charge, heavy, and Alawi's just frame tentacle were woefully underused and have been significantly improved as combo starters. This will improve Alawi's corner combo and create more of a reason for her more difficult routes. Good. Because she got way too much reward off the mediums. So by decreasing the damage and like making this a little bit better, hopefully we'll see that and we don't get to see Alawi punish you with a medium that goes farther than Yasuo's every single time. But cool. Charge Heavy no longer causes damage scaling on the second hit. Harsh lesson forwardist 2. Damage has been increased from 20 to 130, now it's 150. Damage has been increased by 10. Oh, the charge one and the regular one. Okay. Just frame technical damage has been increased by 20. It was 90, now it's 110. Sure. Standing, crouching, and midair damage have been decreased by 5. Okay. Serpent Tongue, midair has 1. The technical stat meter has been increased. Technical stat meter gain has been decreased by what? I don't know what this is. Tentacle stat meter. Does she have like a special meter? I've never paid attention. Ultimate Sire has been increased by 4 frames. It's now 5. It's now 9. Okay. Fix a bug that causes Alawi to fly away after KOing the opponent. I didn't know that was a thing, but alright, good. Bug fixes are good. Jinx! Jinx continues to struggle against the aggression and the meta. Some of her projectiles aren't being used as often as others. We want Jinx to use every tool in her toolbox, so we're improving her underutilized moves, such as with significant buffs to pow 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 up. So her back S1, it was the Gatling where she aims it upward. She kind of like drags the gun up. And Flame Chompers. Flame Chompers were used. What are they talking about? Flame Chompers not being used. Flame Chompers used a lot. But alright. But I guess they could be stronger. Yeah? Jinx often chose to use other projectiles over Flame Chompers in neutral. I guess yeah, because they come out really slowly and like they don't stop much. Like they're more used for pressure. They're not really good at being used in neutral. Okay, so we're improving the recovery on Flame Chompers, and so the Bitey trap and the Monkey trap. So you can throw much success more readily and get more setups off of throws and knockdowns. But that's not really. So they said they're talking about it in neutral, but they're talking about a knockdown. You've already won neutral if you're getting in a knockdown, so this doesn't help in neutral. Okay. Flame Chompers S1. Total move duration has been decreased for 8 frames. It was 63, now it's 55. Chompers no longer cause damage scaling when first attached. It applies to both charged and uncharged Flame Chompers. Cool. Startup recovery for our startup recovery have both been decreased by 2. Oh, startup and recovery both been decreased by 2 frames. So total duration has been decreased by 4 frames. That's 55, now it's 51. Chompers no longer cause damage scaling when first attached. Okay. Now does more damage when it connects in neutral, and then combos supplies Flame Chompers assists as well. Cool. Monkey trap. Recovery has been decreased by 3 frames. Cool, so it's a little bit faster to throw it out, so you get punished less, I guess. Yeah, okay, so the upward machine gun is under use and scaling. Since it's scaling on each bullet, anti-airing, it didn't deal with much. Yeah, okay, yeah, like it was okay, but it didn't do too much. It was a really bad move. It's hard to hit follow up and pow pow pow. Significant more rewarding on hit. I know it launches them now, so launch ground opponents into the air on ground hit and then just launch R. Yeah. Hit stun has been increased by 4, so it's 42, it's not 46. No longer causes damage scaling on each bullet. Damage now scales the combo on the middle of the final bullet. Cannot be cancelled into fish bones or after the 6 bullet fires. Does this on hit only or like on connect, on whiff? I'm not sure. It just says it can be cancelled, so I don't know if this is if they made it so that you can cancel it on whiff or not. I certainly hope not, but hey, I'll take it if they do. Bullets that cause damage scaling now deal 10 more damage. It's 20, now it's 30. The meter gain is also increased by 2. Heavy recovery has been decreased by 2 frames. It's minus 11, now it's minus 9. So it's punishable by jabs and some mediums. No longer punished by ultimates or Yasuo Stormbreaker super on block. Cool. Oh yeah, that too. Hitbox has been lowered to hit crouchers more consistently. Nice. M into H was whiffing on crouchers at long ranges. This has been more consistent and benefiting hitting the ground. It has benefit of hitting grounded flame chompers. Sweet. Super Mega Death Rocket Cannon Ultimate Explosion. Chip damage has been decreased by 40. This is the only ultimate that gets the entire damage on block, and the chip has been over 2 on this move. That's fine. The amount of times I've stolen victories with this, that's totally fine. Super Assist, yeah, okay, they already talked. Damage adjustments. Jinx crouching hitbox is now larger, I guess. Alright. Normalizing Jinx's grounded and aerial damage to be equal. Down medium has increased from 5 to 55. It was 55, now it's 60. First hit of 2M now increased by 10. It was 30, now it's 40. Okay. 2M is under use, are improving the overall damage by encouraging its use in block strings and routing. It was underused because it was bad. Like, it frame trapped, but other than that, it wasn't that good. It wasn't very far reaching. It comes out pretty slow. I've used it a couple times, but it's really not that good of a move. A 5M damage has been increased by 5, 6. We're removing M from Jinx's light pulse combo to improve consistency. Bug fixes works. Infinite S1 Super now properly tracks. Will now properly track a Jinx performing Fishbone's hop. Alright, cool, I guess. Like, sure. Teemo. We accelerated most major Teemo nerfs in our previous patch. And we're seeing positive outcomes of those changes. Teemo's still performing, but not dominating. Yeah, Teemo was a menace before the patch, and now they're tuning him down a little bit more. Good. We're shipping the remaining Teemo nerfs that were significantly enough to accelerate the previous patch. While these are nerfs, they're designed to clean up remaining inaccuracies or outliers in his kit, rather than bring down his power meaningfully. Teemo's not really too much of an issue now. Like, he's still strong, but he's not absurd anymore. So any more nerfs is kind of just whatever. Light, and light recovery have been decreased by 3 frames to 32 now. So he has faster darts. Cool. Sure. So whether he does 2 or 3 darts, it's the same. Whatever. Medium block stun decreased by 4 frames. It's 22, now it's 18. Accidental damage. That's what it's called. Alright, heavy recovery has been increased by 5 frames. It was -4 in block, now it's -9. So it's punishable. Cool. But they're just going to cancel into Slingshot or Mushroom anyway. Teemo's MHH had frame data that didn't align with other champions. Bandle Sky Patrol. Super S1. Number of darts has been decreased by 1. It was 9, now it's 8. Damage per dart has been increased by 4. It was 26 damage per dart, now it's 80. Or now it's 30 per dart. Why did I say 80? Because that's 8 darts. I'm tired. We're reducing this move's overall duration to make it less frustrating. I mean, I guess, like, Super Tag was annoying, sure. Down S2 retreat. Oh, hold on, platform, that's... Oh, that's when he goes, so, the grass, and then when he goes into the grass. Like, the teleport into the grass. Cool. I rarely saw it used, but when it was used, I got caught off guard. Our non-ultimate invulnerable moves generally gain vulnerability in frame 4, and Teemo was an outlier there. This is now in line with the other invulnerable moves in our game. Super Assist duration has been decreased by 33 frames. It's 220, now it's 187. Now throws fewer mushrooms. Bushfire duration, while not making contact with opponents, has been decreased by 2 seconds. As 4 seconds, that's 2 seconds. Bushfire lasted too long in neutral and shut down the opponent's ability to interact with Teemo for too long. Yes. If that fire was out, it was so hard to do anything, because you could just sit behind the fire, throw his mushrooms. You couldn't really do much, and he could just slingshot you. It was annoying. So this is good. Slingshot badge requirement has increased by 1. It's 5, now it's 6. Mushroom badge requirement has increased by 2. It's 10, now it's 12. Dark badge requirement has been increased by 3. And it's not. The way I see it, right, I think that the badge system on Teemo, it's a cool gimmick, but I think the fact that he carries it between rounds is dumb. I think that they should make it so he has to, like, they can decrease the requirement. I don't care, but he shouldn't be able to keep it between rounds. He shouldn't be able to round start hot stuff or throw a poison mushroom on a block string and then suddenly I'm taking poison damage. Like, no. at round start. He has. I think he has to earn it. Cause like it's an install, so it's ridiculous. No other character has the ability to carry buffed versions into the next thing. Like even Warwick's install, which he has to work hard for, only lasts a little bit. It doesn't carry to the next round. So the fact that Teemo's install in his kit carries to the next round, I think that should have been changed. And I know Teemo players are gonna disagree, but it is what it is. If they're gonna make changes to how a character plays like Ahri, they should make changes to how Teemo plays. So if they're gonna take away my identity of a character with air dashes, they should take away the identity of earning the badges and make it so that the badge changes. Like I really think they should just make it so they can decrease how many he needs to earn the badge, but definitely make it so he doesn't keep it into the round. I think that was a much better route for this, but obviously the devs disagree with what I say. I'm not a dev, and they think they know best. But if they really did know best, Yasuo and Echo wouldn't be terrorizing the meta like they do. All right, Vi. So from what I saw from Vi, she's gonna be kind of insane now. What I saw is like her super assist. It OTGs now. That's insane. But yeah, okay. Significant improvements to Vi, allowing her to cancel Charge Knuckle, Footwork H into special. We're continuing to emphasize footwork in Vi's routes under pressure. This will change her pressure strings when she wins neutral, allowing buffing fastball, letting ground opponents. Yeah, so the super assist OTGs and taking some power away from denting blows. Okay. Footwork on interrupt now has properties of fully charged hook. I don't know what hook is, but alright. Charged anti-air mid-vault breaker. Decreased by 5. Damage decreased by 5. Okay. Knuckle down. Footwork heavy. Can now be cancelled into special 1. The charged one specifically. It will now properly reward for making opponents block this move, and she'll be able to continue the pressure more effectively. This opens up combo routes and besides footwork issue. During throw animation, when okay, so the command grab, opponents can be hit earlier. So now you have to really be on it. I already suck at tagging that move. I'm gonna get hit by it even faster. This allows assist champs to land attacks while opponent is still airborne. Oh. Oh, so it doesn't make the grab faster. It makes it so that you can combo after. Okay. I misread that. Mid-air ground changes creator S2 to down S2. Damage has been increased. Okay. Mid-air to ground creator maker. Is that her punching the ground with like the thing, the electric shocks? I think that's what it is. Okay, that's fine. Air block stun has been increased by 9 frames 26, now it's 35. Now launches opponents higher. Recovery has been decreased by 4, 39, now 35. Crater Maker didn't lead to advantage for Vi on block. Now when Vi connects with Crater Maker on a blocking opponent, she won't be at disadvantage. That's good. Anytime you're blocking in the air, you should be at a disadvantage. I think that this is an excellent change for Vi. I do like the OTG assist and the fact that she can cancel this. This makes Vi a lot scarier on the ground. See, they're leaning into Vi's character, which is strong on the ground, but they're taking away Ahri's strong in the air. So I have no problem with these changes. I only have problems when you start changing the identity of the character. For one, it's like a rules for thee but not for me type situation, and that's where I think it's bad. Oh, this is a long video. Sheesh. Okay, nerfs to Vi. Yeah, it OTGs in it. It's stronger. Cool. Nurse. Now lowering the performance of Knuckle down. It will have a hitbox that allows L. Okay, so is this the charge? No, the regular one will now have a hitbox that allows L to hit during the charge. So you can smack her out of it. Got it. In buffs to charge Knuckle down, we want to ensure there's proper counterplay. Denting blow will now cause 2 hits of scaling damage. Is that the rapid punches? Okay, yeah, the vertical animation been decreased, so they match the animation better. Bug fixes. Fix the bug that's sometimes preventing follow-up actions out of footwork. Fix the bug that made. Okay, sure. Vi is doing well. Vi is doing well. Puma, your character is gonna be a menace. I'm scared. All right. Yeah, it changes to Warwick. Many Warwick's attacks were dropping at. Okay, so consistency, that's fine. I don't care about consistency buffs. What I care about is making sure he's not stupid, right? So they're making consistency. Light hit stun has been increased by 1 frame. Okay. Medium launches area opponents farther. Charged heavy hitbox size increased. Both M and H distance can improve Warwick's combo ability. Alright. It just sucks because Warwick has really big buttons. I'm not mad that they're buffing the consistency. It's just he already has really big and kind of like brain dead buttons, and they're making them better for consistency. So it's fine, I guess. Yeah, okay. Primal Leap Claws. Down S1, S1. Jump height has been increased. Combo more consistently when comboing. So the Demon Flip, now the plus unblock move, has more combo consistency. Launches the opponents less high. Alright, sure. Change keeps opponents lower to the performing. Okay, so because sometimes you could fall out of the combo if they did the light one, because you would just be up too high and they couldn't continue. Savage slashes, S2, follow-up strikes, more stable. Okay, it's fine. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so yeah, they're just making hitbox and hurtbox changes to make this more consistent. It is what it is. Improvements to his hurtbox. Claw of the Beast. No longer has a hurtbox on his back foot. Okay, I didn't know that one. While in Bloodlust, hurtbox and Warwick in your arm. This change has been to prevent opponents from hitting Warwick while crossing the opponent. Okay. Ankle swipe. So his sweep. Blockstun has been decreased by 3. It was minus 11, now it's by. No! Why would they do that? And it has longer range. Why would they do this? Now you can't punish it for free. Now you have to light punish it. That's horrible. It was fine. It was fine because it was already a 50-50. Climb Ren, Primal Climb near the corner. Is that the wall cling? I'm not sure. Black Stun is increased by 6 frame. Oh, is that the one where he slashes you from the corner? Okay, Black Stun increased by 6. It was 18, now it's 24. Hitbox has been increased. Climb Ren was often worse than its Primal Leap Hair. Medium Berry. Or is it the light follow-up? Now more advantage. Okay. Claw of the Beast while in Bloodlust makes Warwick run 30% faster. Wrath of the Beast for this one travels 50% farther. So the OTG is a bit better. But this is Wrath of the Beast and Bloodlust. Pushes the opponent farther on block. Okay. Second, third, and fourth hits of Savage Slash push the opponent 20% less far on block. Savage Slash is follow up no longer on whip, blocking the opponent. Feral Feast, Bloodlust minus 8, now it's minus 5. Frame data now launches. Feral, but okay, so it's safe now, but it's still not his turn. Landing Recovery, Spinning Slicer. Final hit, it's been reduced 4 frames, it was 24, now 21. Allows Warwick fall speed performing this move. Okay, so he can land after doing it if it hits. Cool. Useful and was difficult to combo with teammates. Yeah. No escape. Super 2 more. Okay, so it has better tracking, I think. Yes, Claw of the Beast has been reduced. Blocks them reduced by 2 frames. It was minus 6, now it's minus 8. Punishing Warwick's low overhead option was not equally accessible to the entire cast. We're now uniting the committal high option. Low option. Yeah, but they made the low minus 8 as well, and that's stupid. The first Savage Slash is actually 12% less far. Savage Slash are traveling far enough, but we're off to cross up the opponents. We're reducing the range. Stability, Savage Slash, okay. When not properly tracked, yeah, okay, that's fine. Bug fix where endurance would not always reach the opponent. Final hit of Bloodseeker now. Hits both sides. In Bloodlust, spinning slicers, same amount of damage regardless. Fixed volume, but no escape. Can no longer be anti-air. I didn't even know you could anti-air this, but that's funny. Wait, no, I did though because I did it once. It was funny. Fix a bug that caused the animation to play at the start of the next round. I've seen that. It's really funny. Ari's follow-up cannot. Yeah, so they made it easier to hit Warwick with it. Make it better so you can actually combo now. Alright, the big boy. Let's see how unchanged he is. Let's see how much longer we have to deal with Yasuo. Okay. Yasuo continues to be strong in neutral and offense. To build clearer weaknesses for him, we're giving Yasuo more recovery on M and down M. This is more recovery than other champions have in their medium attacks, but we still believe that his character for Yasuo to want to make his shots carefully rather than mash and get full conversion. See, here's the thing about putting recovery on the mediums. He can still cancel them into heavies and specials, so medium on the recoveries is meaningless. Okay, it's not meaningless. When they're just throwing out mediums trying to get that hit, it might be easier to punish them. But overall, this is kind of a weak change because, again, mediums and heavies can be covered by canceling them into special moves. And furthermore, there's assists in this game. So, unless they're just throwing these buttons out randomly, it doesn't really change much. Buffs. Okay, so all this one does is it makes the medium more consistent on crouching opponents. It's not a real buff. Hitbox size has been increased on the down heavy. Yes, because the best down heavy in the game needed to be better for some reason. Totally. Good job, right? Sweeping Blade, forward S1, hit stun grounded opponents, has been increased by 8 frames. 20, now it's 28. Alright. This change is fine. The making the hitbox consistent. These changes are not fine. Yasuo doesn't need buffs. The best character in the game does not need buffs. Alright. Nurse to Yasuo. Recovery has been increased by 6 frames. Okay, so basically, yeah, the medium recoveries, which, like I said, if they're not throwing it out randomly, it doesn't matter. So, yeah. Yasuo's on block pressure is particularly strong. Got a clear counterplay to M attacks. We want his whiffs to be more meaningful. Yeah, so they're punishing you for whiffing it, but doing it on hit or on contact is whatever. Steel Tempest. Asagi. Reduce hitbox close to Yasuo. And now hits farther away from Yasuo. Wait, why? Why would so they made it bigger? Occasionally catch champions who successfully jumped in on Yasuo. This should occur much less often. So they made it hit farther, but if you get the read and jump them, you can hit them. Okay? But or is it just they changed the hitbox so it's no longer next to him? I'm not sure. I think that might secretly be a buff. I'm not too sure. When performing Gale Blade, returning Gale, so settling mid S1, S1, S2. The opponent will now fall fast. Oh, so that's the combo ender. Okay. Yasuo can no longer Stormbreaker super afterwards. Reduces the overall frame advantage on this move. S1 super was the slash. Okay. So when you do it, he can't combo his S1 super. Okay, sure. Gale Blade, mid-air S1. So Judgment Cut. Now in counter hit recovery. Okay, so if he does it, you can hit him and get a counter hit. If you would. Increase the size of the throwable area. It's now easier to throw Yasuo performing a mid-air S1. Lower hitbox now removed after 6 frames. Gale Blade. S1, S2. Now pushes the opponent far less on block. Sweeping blade. The super assist, or the regular assist, now has a hurt box behind Yasuo. Medium from Yasuo's combo, okay. Area collision, pillar. Now matches other champions. Combos will no longer drop specifically on Yasuo. Fix the bug where Yasuo Eileen combo champion died during the startup of comp stance. Fix the bug where the first instance of Stormbreaker could not KO an opponent. Turbulent will no longer slash the multiple times if you perform a handshake tag. Fix the bug to prevent the assist from super assist coming out when using Stormbreaker. Fix the bug to prevent Yasuo from activating Last Breath, Ultimate, and Happy Birthdays. So he still has the ability to do S1 super into S2 super, which they need to get rid of. That's a stupid bug that they have. Okay, so basically Yasuo's untouched. Got it. Quality of life, blah blah blah. Okay, whatever, it's fine. There's a bunch of other stuff. I'll leave the link to this in like the description if you want to go over the whole thing yourself. Yeah. Let me know what you guys think about the changes, aside from me like bitching about Darius and Yasuo. What do you guys think? Yeah, I'll catch you guys all in the next video. Have a good one. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. Any changes you would make, any changes you would have liked to see. Hopefully we can get this to Riot. Maybe they can see some of the changes and make this a little bit better for all of us. But yeah, overall the patch is fine. I think the patch is good. But yeah, some of these changes I very much disagree with. Changing the identity of characters, mainly Ahri, and not just because I main her. I think that characters, if they specialize in something, that something should be strong. Grounded Vi is strong because Vi's ground game is strong. Teemo's badge system is strong. That's like his thing. They should do the same to Ahri and keep her air game strong. They should have addressed the S1 super. They should have addressed the Yasuo double super bug. It is what it is, but yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Again, hope you guys all have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll catch you guys all in the next video.